Sorry. Too high. Not lowering. That's how the lower it goes. Oh, there we go. A lot lower. A little lower. Alright, can I zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in. Oh, I've joined a meeting that's being recorded. Well, that's good to know. I should have stopped recording. Dang it. Like this is weird because I'm really far away. Okay. Will you be able to sort of see? Am I too far?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, there it is. Search for your needle because it hides in the bottom of the silver box. All right. You need scissors, your needle, your thread, and maybe needle nose pliers, not always, but maybe. Okay, the first part and the last part is the trickiest part. For one, you got to thread your needle, and tell me if I'm not doing this on the screen because I'm trying to. I got bigger holed needle, so it shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. So I shoved it through. You don't have to have it out a whole bunch, just enough you're going to hold on to it, okay? So like when you hold it, sorry, I'm going like this so you can see. I always pinch it right here, so that way it doesn't come out, okay? That way it stays in the hole. Okay, now that I have teeth marks in my book. So the tricky part, here we go, is I start in the middle of the book. So you're going to find somewhere in the middle of the book, and you're going to kind of pop it out like this. And then you shove your needle through the middle hole. All right. You keep wanting to get close to the thing, but then I'm afraid you won't be able to see it. So sometimes I use the table I'm on to push, and then you can pull through. Now here's the deal. You're going to pull until, see this little tail right here? I still want to be able to see it because that way I know I didn't lose it, okay? If I have all of this, if I have a little bit of tail left, then I'm not going to lose that and accidentally pull it out of the book, okay? So I do that. From here, I only do this once a year, I'm going to remember. I think I go to the next hole. Let me 100% remember. Hold on. One more time. Moving into the back. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go around. Sorry. I'm gonna go around it, right? And I'm gonna go back through that exact same hole. And it's gonna go around like this. Okay, so now I'm around that hole. This little tail is still in the middle of my book. See him in there? So I know that I'm not gonna pull it all the way out accidentally. Okay, I give it a little tug. It doesn't have to be super tight. And then I'm gonna go to the next hole. Okay, it doesn't matter if you go left or right. That's totally up to you. So you're gonna go to the hole next to it, and you're gonna go through. And when I do that, it's gonna give me a stitch that goes across. Okay. Then I'm gonna go from the back around to the front and back in that exact same hole. So just like before, I'm holding my binding together, right? So I've got, it looks like this. Now I'm on the back side. So wherever it comes out, that's where you're gonna go to the next hole. So I'm on the back side, so I'm gonna go in that hole. Through, make sure don't pull it out of my needle. So I have a stitch here, no stitch here, and then I'm gonna come around the spine of the book again, and then back through the back of the book again. Okay, back through the back. Okay, so now I've got 3 around and a stitch in the front and a stitch in the back. Okay, I'm in the front, so I'm going to go in the front through the last hole. So I have my stitch across the front again. I'm going to go around the edge of the book, back through the front. Giving me my corner here. Okay, so this is what I have at the moment. It goes around the book, and then it's got part of a stitch and a part of a stitch. Now, how it fills in so that it looks like this is because when I come back, because I got to go to the other end of the book, right? When I come back, it's going to stitch across. So right here, instead of I already went around the book, I'm going to come back in this hole right here. And when I do that, it stitches through here. Then I flip it over. Okay. Then I flip it over. And I'm going to go back through here. And it fills in that hole. And then I look back here and I've got another spot I need to fill in. So I'm going to go here and fill it in. When you start to get more in there, that's where sometimes you need the needle nose pliers to pull it through. So I'm going to go here. So now that half of my book is all stitched. Okay. I'm at the front. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did a minute ago. Since I'm at the front, I'm going to come over here. Go through my book. Puts that there. And then I got to go around because I haven't went around yet. So I'm going to go around my binding. Back through the front. And I'm going to pull it. Okay. Then I'm going to go to I'm going to continue to the end of the book. So I'm going to go through the back, giving me my stitch around the binding, giving me my end through the front, because that's where I'm at, around the book, through. Okay, so now I'm at the end of the book. Now I need to fill in. So I'm going to come over here, fill in this one. That's there, but I'm missing this one, so I'm going to come through here, push it through. Uh-oh, I broke my needle. Seriously. Oh, man. Okay. I didn't bring myself 2 needles. So I'm going to run upstairs and grab a needle out of my sewing machine. But what you do is you're going to go back through here, and then when that puts you in the middle, right? When you go back through this last hole, you're only going to go halfway through so that you can meet this in the middle again. So you're when you go through here, you're going to go halfway in. I'm going to put my hand in here so that I can see it. And then that's sometimes where the needle nose pliers come in. Well, they're handy too because it's in here. So you're going to grab the thing and kind of pull your needle through, and then you just tie this in a knot. So I have to go get a needle because I broke mine. I don't know how that happened. That was weird. Okay, be right back. Cheap stuff I got. Running upstairs. Okay, I'm back. All right, rethread this needle. My old person eyes. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna close in this area by going through. So now the whole front is closed in. And I'm gonna come back here. Now here is where I said I'm only gonna go halfway through. So I gotta find my spot, right? I'm gonna open it up. And then I have to shove my needle in there halfway. You guys kind of see it starting to come through. Shove it through. Grab it with my pliers. And then it's done. Okay. At this point, some of these are a little loose. I would go back, kind of like lacing a shoe, and give a little tug on them and make sure they're as tight as you want them. They don't have to be super uber tight, but you want them to be kind of tight. Okay. So you would just kind of work it like lacing a shoe. And then you grab your two. Let me take off these. I don't need the clips anymore. So from here, and you could take those off before then, probably once you get half your book done. Then you just tie them into a knot. Nice and tight inside. One, I usually do 3. 2, so like a double knot. 3, and then grab your scissors and trim it kind of close, but not super close. And if you have some glue and you want to put a dab of glue just on the knot, you can, but you don't have to. So then it's hidden inside. Close up your book. You don't have to look at it except for when you get to that page. Okay. What do you think? Can you handle it? Here I am. Questions?